Welcome back to the Citizen Data Academy. This video is the fifth in our Introduction to Open Data module. We'll cover how to create visualizations in our Open Data BR portal. In addition to storing data, our Open Data BR portal also allows us to use the datasets to create insightful visualizations. These include filtered views, charts, and maps. Our Open Data team has also created several data lenses in Open Data BR, which display a variety of metrics for building permits, crime, traffic and fire incidents, and 311 service requests. You can view the many visualizations already created by our Open Data team in the data catalog by clicking Browse Data from the menu header. For example, this traffic incidents chart, this filtered view of active city parish employees, and this heat map of mosquito service requests. Sometimes, however, you may want to explore the datasets beyond the visualizations our Open Data team has already made. You have the power to do so. In the last video, we already showed you how to create a filtered view using the animal control dataset for that example. You simply take a dataset and apply your desired filters to manipulate the data. Now let's explore how to create your own chart. Open a dataset that interests you and click the Visualize button, second from the left at the top of the primer page. You can also click the Create Visualization button above the preview table, and that will take you to the same page. In this example, we'll create a new chart using the 311 dataset. If you want to visualize data from a filtered view you've already created, you can do that as well. There are several different formats to choose from when making a chart. You can make a bar chart, column chart, pie chart, timeline, histogram, combo chart, and scatter plot. In this example, I'll be making a timeline chart. When you think of a typical chart, the dimension is the x-axis, where we place the independent variable. This is generally categorical data, but can be temporal data if we're making a timeline chart. The measure is the y-axis of the chart, where we place the dependent variable. This is where we plot the values in some numerical format to measure the independent variable. Pie charts are a bit different, as they display the ratio of a category relative to all of the others. You can also apply filters here directly to your visualization, in the same way you make a filtered view. I filtered this to only show 311 service requests made since July 1st, 2021. We'll set our dimension as create date and the measure as the count of service requests. We'll group our dimension values by parent type and group our timeline display to show the records by day. We also want to display the missing or null values as 0 in this case, so we'll check that box. Now, when we hover over the timeline, it displays the number of service requests each day grouped by parent type. Clearly, garbage requests are the majority of the 311 service requests over this time period. These calls tend to peak on the Monday of each week and are at their lowest on Sunday, which makes sense with the garbage pickup schedule in the parish. You can adjust the scale of the axis in the Axis tab, but I'll use the default settings here. In the Presentation tab, you can give your chart a title and description, change the colors of the data displayed, adjust the orientation of the labels, and name the axes. The bottom tab allows you to adjust the chart legend and flyouts, but I'll keep the default settings here. We've made a timeline chart. Now let's explore a column chart. Let's start by simply measuring the count of service requests for each parent type. What if we also want to see the count of service requests for each type without making a separate chart? We can do that in the dimension options by creating a drill down. This process stacks layers with a nested relationship on top of each other in a dynamic chart. To do this, there must be a parent-child relationship between the categories. Here, I can create a hierarchy to stack the type category inside the parent type category and also the status category inside of the type category. You can click the hierarchy button or the column itself to drill down into the nested layer below. In a stacked column chart, you can also group your dimension values in the column by another field category. Here, I'll group the parent type column by status. Now we can view the count of each status by hovering over the columns. Like with filtered views, if you have a Socrata user account, you can name your chart and save it to your profile when you click Publish. The data in your chart will be automatically updated, and any filters you've applied remain intact when the data is updated. You can make a visualization without a user account, but you will not be able to save that work for future use. When you create a new asset and save it into your account, you also have the ability to nominate it and/or suggest other datasets for inclusion in Open Data BR. Our Open Data team reviews all suggested datasets and evaluates how useful the data would be for everyone. Those datasets that meet the criteria for publishing will be added to the priority list that was originally created by the City Parish Data Governance Committee. Open Data BR also allows you to create a map from a dataset. However, its mapping capabilities are quite limited. We can only create a point map, region map, and a heat map. If you're interested in creating your own maps with our data, we strongly encourage you to use the EBRGIS portal, since it is specifically designed to manage location-based data. Here, maps and web applications are created using Esri's ArcGIS platform. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video, where you can learn more on how to make maps using data in our EBRGIS portal.